that was unplanned and completely guided by spirit. So we're going to be doing it special here in just a minute. As soon as we get some people to log in, hopefully I've made it public. I'm going to check real quick. And we've only been logged in for 23 seconds, so it usually takes about a minute or two for people to show up. Oh, there I am. How cute. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. All right, cool. Height is perfect, all that good stuff. Hello, welcome. Come on out, Bailey. Come on, baby girl. Hello, welcome. Come on, come on. Good girl. Good girl, Bailey. Hello, who's here? Hello, hello, welcome. So I'm surprised we only have a few people. Takes it a little bit. We are going to do a new moon reading for the new moon in Virgo next week. For twin flames. So I'm going to start shuffling. Hello, Jojo. New names in here at the moment. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. We are going to use our Sacred Rebel deck. Hello, Shorty. How are you? And we're going to use our Oracle of Visions and the Holy Grail deck. So we are going to use those. Hello, Jen. Good, a moderator. Excellent. Hello, Jessica. Oh, thank you so very much, Sergeant Fighter. I appreciate that. I truly do. Thank you for the comment. I appreciate it. Queen of Tentacles, hello. So I'm gonna have to be a little bit low key because we're outside on the patio tonight. It's also why the lighting's a little off and I look like I'm so sleepy. So I'm gonna try to keep my voice down. Can you guys hear me okay? Like this. Can you guys hear my voice all right? Hopefully you can. Hello, Megan. They are outdoor curtains, and here in a minute I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to let you guys see the rest of it for a second. And then, it's okay, Bailey. It's okay, baby girl. Here, let me go ahead. I'm going to show you guys the other side real quick. We've got these lights and these cute little mandalas over there, and then we've got Bailey. All right, whoops. Hopefully I'm on the right height. And then over here we have this cute little flower thing. So, oh, Bobby, thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Best reader in the galaxy. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so this outdoor space was actually, hey, Deb. I was hoping you were done. I wasn't sure. I waited. I was like, she normally ends around 10, so I figured I was good. I'm close to 10, so that's good, that's good, that's good. Good. I didn't want to step on your live stream, so I was holding back, but I felt really spirit-led to be out here tonight. So, like I said, I'm going to keep my voice down. As long as you guys can hear me, that's good. I don't want to annoy my neighbors, so I'm gonna try not to be as vivacious as normal. So I felt very led. We're going to talk about twin flames. We're going to talk about twin flames. We're going to take some cards for twin flames for the new moon in Virgo, and hopefully we'll get something good. So this weekend I experienced some twin flame magic, and I'm not going to talk about it because it's personal to me and my twin, but as a result I just feel very led to pull some cards tonight. So for those of you that don't know, I have just released the New Moon in Virgo Astrology and Tarot Readings event, so that is up on the website, as well as Mercury retrograde astrological prediction reports. So if that's of interest to any of you, check it out. We have some really cool stuff coming up. So I want to show you guys what I do to prepare for you guys each week, each month. So this is our September calendar. And you'll notice that it only holds astrological events, what they are, what aspects they are, what their time is, what sign they're in, that sort of thing, so that as we roll into the week, I know what's going on with astrology. So I utilize those as well as my daily plan to just be aware of what kind of energies we may be facing. So, you know, we're going to be incorporating as we move forward a lot of astrology into everything. So be prepared for that. Hopefully you guys will enjoy that. But I wanted to talk about this new moon in Virgo from the standpoint of twin flames, because we have some really great stuff. The new moon in Virgo, I'm going to refer to my little calendar. I put a lot of work into the calendar, so we're going to refer to the calendar. So the new moon in Virgo is on Monday the 6th, right? And the new moon in Virgo is at it's at 2050 military time, so that's, you know, 8:50 in the evening, 8:51. And we also have 3 aspects that are really quite huge, and for twin flames can be used very productively if you choose to use the energy to your benefit, whether you're a divine masculine or a divine feminine. So we have the sun, I believe it's the sun. The sun is trine Uranus, which is very good, because that's going to give all of you the courage to express yourself in a unique way. And as we know, twin flames are very unique. They're not something that's standard. And if you're a twin, you know it. If you're not sure, you might want to reinvestigate. But it's a very unique connection. And so you will be able to express yourself openly as a result of this particular aspect, which is really great, because that will allow your divine masculine to express themselves as well as divine feminines to express themselves. So no matter which side you fall on, you'll have more courage to express yourself. Well, then we also have Mars trine Pluto, and Mars is associated. Oh, thank you so much. 5552. I love that. Thank you. Thank you. Keep doing what you're doing. You're great. Thank you, Sergeant Fighter. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for the super chat. And it's so colorful up there now. So the Mars aspect deals with that divine masculine within, right? And we all have that. Well, Mars is going to be trine Pluto, which is fantastic. So it's going to also give the divine masculines a sense of confidence to be able to achieve what it is that they desire to achieve. Those of you that are divine feminines will be able to kind of tap into that masculine energy and go after what it is that you want with gusto, right? And when we talk about twins and the twin flame magic of the connection and the energetic aspect of the connection, if you and your twin are vibrating on a very high level, you'll be able to manifest whatever it is that you desire as well. So when it comes to business and success, you want to utilize those energies the best you can. And then we have one more trine coming up on the same day as the new moon, and that is Venus trine Jupiter. Hello, that is a beautiful energy. That is tremendously good luck in love. So for those of you that are twins, super fantastic energy between Venus and Mars coming up, and there's a strong possibility of you guys having some movement in your twin flame connections. So definitely want to make use of that, you know. So who do we want to look at first, the divine feminines or masculines? We are going, and I'm going to let you guys ask me whatever questions you want to about twin flames. Anything like super personal to me and my twin, I will not be talking about, but I'll be happy to answer any kind of questions regarding twins tonight. And so those of you that didn't hear, I also have the new moon in Virgo spirit messages, tarot messages, and astrology readings up on the website for 36 hours as of now. So I'll leave them up 36 hours to the announcement of now. So you want to know about the divine masculine, okay? Divine masculine. You guys have your beverages, all that good stuff? I didn't tell anybody oh. Bobby, thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you, thank you. So I didn't tell anybody we were doing a live tonight, so I'm actually surprised we even have 18 of you in right now. You know, normally we get much more at night, but I didn't announce we were doing anything special. I just felt spirit led. So those that are in here very likely are the ones who need whatever cards are going to come out. Yeah, the colors are really cool. Also, you guys, I had a really cool thing happen before I start shuffling. I had a super cool thing happen yesterday outside of the twin flame dynamic. Hello, Andrea. And who's in the cup? It's Diet Mountain Dew. It's a really cool cup. I got it from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So it's like, it's from back home-ish. So yesterday I went looking for, oh, I have to go get those cards. We need those cards. Y'all hold up. I'll be right back. Because one of the deck of cards I want us to use for these readings. So let me grab them. I'll be right back. All right, my dears. So I got 2 decks of cards yesterday. The Syrian Starseed Tarot has some weird cards in it. So if any of the weird cards come out, because I haven't looked them up yet, we're not going to go with them. So we'll set those aside. And Whispers of Lord Ganesh. Thank you, Bobby, for teaching me how to properly pronounce that. I appreciate that. So we're going to use those tonight too. But I had an experience yesterday where I was going to go to a different metaphysical shop yesterday, and somehow I got redirected to the mall of all places. And there was a crystal shop in the mall, and so there was a reader in the crystal shop, right? And so her and I got to talking about, you know, being a spirit medium and all that sort of stuff, since, you know, I do the same thing. And she told me that the name of her guide, are you guys ready for this? Those of you that have been with me forever, you guys are going to go nuts over this. The name of her guide was Blue Feather. So who was with me during the time of the Blue Feather? Do you remember the Blue Feather? I should have brought it out here with me, because I still have the Blue Feather. But that was like during a time when I was missing my twin, like, to a degree I cannot even express. And I asked for spirit to, I wanted a specific sign. I said, if you show me a blue feather, I should have gone and got the blue feather. If you show me a blue feather, then I'll know that we're still on track and everything is fine, and not to worry, right? So I didn't even realize, as this woman was telling me that her guide's name was Blue Feather, it didn't even strike a chord with me. I had completely forgotten about the Blue Feather, because I feel very secure in my twin flame connection that I didn't think about it, right? And so here I'm talking to this woman, and Blue Feather appears, right? Well, I got something new that I'm like super excited about. Check out this piece of labradorite. Isn't it just like totally gorgeous? And that's the same stone that's in here, right? So I'm super excited about this. I'm using this for meditation right now, and I'm loving it, utterly loving it. So I go up to the, oh, there's 17 people in, that's my favorite number. So I go up to the cash register, and the girl's checking my stuff out, and she starts having a fangirl moment. And then all of a sudden she's squealing and kind of jumping up and down, and she's going like this and pointing at me. And I'm like, do we need a paramedic? Like, are you okay? And then she calms herself and she says, in my defense, I did not subscribe to your channel because I wanted fate to tell me whether or not to do so. And fate intervened. You're here. So like that was just so random, so kind of like exciting at the same time. I mean, it was nice that, you know, she knew who I was. That was kind of cool moment. But I got these 2 decks, so there was a lot of unusual stuff that was happening over the weekend. And so I feel like we need to do twin flame readings. So you're a former sergeant in the Marine Corps. Awesome. College grad, undefeated professional boxer, and owner of your own corporation. Good for you. That's awesome. That is super awesome. Super awesome. No, she had not met me before. It was an entirely a fangirl moment. It was so cute. It was so utterly cute. And I said, well, I hope you're gonna subscribe now. I hope that means that you're going to subscribe to the channel now that you've had that experience. That clearly I wasn't going to be there, right? But apparently I needed to be there for Blue Feather, and then I also apparently needed to be there to give this girl a sense of, okay, subscribe to the channel. There's something she's gonna need off the channel. So it was cool. You know, I've had people recognize me before out and about in town and stuff like that, but hers was the most unique. I had that happen in Charlotte once before, but not to that extent. So this girl's energy was cute and sweet and adorable and all that good stuff. So if she's up here, you know, rewatching at a later date, super happy to have you here. Glad you followed fate's direction to subscribe. All right, so let's take some cards. You guys ready? Let me call in my guides. And for those of you that are just logging in, I'm kind of keeping it a little bit quiet for my neighbor's sake. So yeah, I hope she'll subscribe. She was adorable. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm gonna call in my guides. Maybe I should go get my blue feather. Do you guys want me to go get my blue feather? I'm wondering if we need the blue feather out here after all of that. Bobby's like, yes. Queen is yes. Sergeant, yes. All right, I'm gonna go get the blue feather. If anybody shows up and says, where'd she go? I'll be right back. I'll be right back. All right, blue feather. It's a little bit tattered now. It's a little bit, I don't know, I think it got water on it or something. But this was the blue feather that I asked Spirit for a sign. I said specifically a blue feather to let me know that the twin flame connection was still fine and intact and all that. And then the very next day I went to a flea market and there it was. So definitely unusual. And so we're gonna put that over here on this little table beside me, especially since the outdoor was inspired by my twin. And so I also brought out a wine bottle I have. It's the only thing that I have that my twin touched. You know, he brought this over to my apartment on our second date. And so I saved the bottle of wine and put some lights in it. So we're gonna leave that out here too. Now we got twin dynamic. All right, so I'm gonna call in spirits and then we're gonna get rolling. All right. I call upon my spirit guide, Fred, I call upon my spirit guide Cecil. I call upon my spirit guide Sylvia. I call upon Archangel Metatron, grant me wisdom that cannot be seen in the cards, wisdom of the ages. I call upon Archangel Michael, grant me protection during the time of this reading. I call upon Gabriel to provide hope where hope is needed, Raphael to provide healing where healing is needed. I call upon Shamuel to oversee all of these twin flame connections, to allow something to come out of the cards to be of help to them. I call upon beings from the pure white light. I call upon God. I call upon universal source energy. I call upon spirit, guide me and direct me. All right, we ready? Let's see, which cards are we going to use first? All right. It feels a little weird having all the only thing I have. Well, actually, I have two other bottles. Like the first bottle of whiskey that I shared with my twin, I kept that bottle, and the last bottle of whiskey I shared with my twin, I kept those. Other than that, I have nothing of his at all. Let's start with what we can get from the Lord Ganesh deck. Maybe there's some sort of obstacle on the Divine Masculine side that they're working on overcoming. So you guys said you wanted to know about the masculine side first. If you are a Divine Masculine that's quietly watching, we always are happy to have you here. The Divine Masculines tend to be a little bit more quiet. All right, what's going on with the Divine Masculine, please? What's going on with the Divine Masculine? I'm seeing somebody balancing a checkbook. So I don't know if somebody's working on a budget or something like that, or maybe somebody was working on one earlier, or maybe even in the future when they're going to be rewatching. Ooh, you know it's good if my face goes like that. 17, look at that. Oh, you guys know how I am about the number 17, right? Can you see it? Inner knowing. First of all, this tells me that the Divine Masculines are coming to an awareness that they are on the right path, and they have an inner knowing about the twin flame connection. So that tells me that many of them have already come to an awakening of the connection, which is amazing. Many of them are very likely also working on spirituality, getting more connected to their own inner guidance, right? Getting more connected to the spirit realm, to the 5D side of them. Hopefully they're going beyond the 5D and living a life that's more inclined towards higher vibrational energies, because that is what is needed in the twin flame dynamic. We can't just simmer and sit in the 5D. We have to continue to evolve and continue to grow. Because if we sit too long in the 5D, then we waver back and forth between what we can see in the present moment and then dealing with shadow energy, but feeling like we've dealt with it, and we kind of keep wavering back and forth through that. So it's super important to continue to grow and to continue to try to raise your vibration to a higher level. So I see Divine Masculines are in the process of doing just that. That's amazing. It's really fantastic. It's actually the exact same picture that's on the back of the card. Exact same picture. So that looks really fantastic. I feel compelled to take another one from that deck. So let's see what we got. All right. What's going on with the Divine Masculines, please? All right. Oh, this is amazing. This is exactly why we needed this deck, and I just bought it yesterday, right? I bought it yesterday, so ooh, this is just amazing. So card number 18, I did shuffle, so just so you know, it wasn't stuck there or anything like that. So we have card number 18, which is openness. So this is an indication, ooh, and look at, we have a crescent moon. So there is an indication here that the divine masculines are very open to their divine feminines, even if you have not seen it in the present moment. They are open to the possibility of the connection. They are open to reconnecting for those of you that are in separation. They are open to the potential in the future. They're also open to spirit guidance, because we saw that they have that inner knowing, right? So they're open to spirit guidance and direction as well. And then we have energetic movement. Energetic movement. What I'm seeing off of this card is I'm actually seeing, so we know energetic movement, right? We already know that that's an energy of connecting with your twin on an energetic level, right? Having that telepathic communication, having that sense of being able to feel your person continually, right? Being able to feel that energy, being able to connect at a higher level. And so with this particular card though, I'm seeing dancing and celebration. I feel that some sort of energetic movement between the divine masculine and feminine, whomever this card is for, some sort of energetic movement has caused a sense of celebration for the divine masculine. Celebration and excitement about some sort of movement within the twin flame dynamic. So it could be that it's something that you said, something they heard, something they saw, some sort of spirit illumination to a sign or a symbol or something of that nature, right? Like something very exciting. Feels like kind of a dancing energy. I really like that deck. I didn't think I would. I really like that one. It's pretty cool. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Is everything okay out there in chat world? All right. So we are gonna take a couple cards from this Starseed deck. They're the size of oracles, so you know it's kind of hard to shuffle. All right, I'll take a couple twin flame questions after the divine masculine cards before we switch over to the divine feminine, okay? So you'll be thinking about your questions. All right. Baby Ganesh, oh yeah, my goodness, I would find that highly adorable. All right, what's going on with the divine masculines, please? Strength. Okay, so this is good, because this is the energy of that Mars trine Pluto. Hey Kim, welcome. I remembered this time, Kim. So this is that energy that we're seeing of the Mars trine Pluto for the new moon in Virgo, right? And the lunar cycle for the new moon goes 28 days. But we're primarily focused on the first 14. And so with that Mars trine Pluto energy, it's going to give the divine masculines extra strength, extra confidence, and an extra sense of bravery to go after what they want in their life, to go after what is important to them and what is important to them that also has to do with the twin flame connection, whether there's an awareness to that or not. Okay, let's see, what else do we get? The Hanging Man. How many Pisces do we have in here right now? That is a Pisces card. This is Leo, for those of you dealing with Leo. I like this Pisces card because we have a pendulum, right? We have the pendulum. Although we have this person kind of like hanging from the pendulum, it's sort of as if the divine masculines are starting to be moved by their intuition, right? They're starting to be moved by their intuition and having to look at things from a different perspective. It's needing to look at, you know, what is important and what is not. What direction they need to move in, what direction they shouldn't. Trusting that inner guidance and trusting the guidance from spirit. I feel that with this particular card, they're surrendering to the divine. They're surrendering to the movement and the will of their spirit guides and any kind of divine guidance, divine intervention, divine movement. Any doors that are being slammed, they're aware they're being slammed because they're being moved towards the twin flame dynamic. Any beautiful, signs and synchronicities they see are giving them hope of a better tomorrow. So that looks really good too. I like these cards. These are cute. Let's see what else we got for the Divine Masculine. Uh-oh, I hear a dog out. Bailey's probably looking to see if it's her boyfriend out there. My dog has a boyfriend, y'all. Four of Crystals. Okay, so this is the Four of Swords. Four of Crystals, Four of Swords. So this tells me that the Divine Masculines are taking some time to rest and recharge, to recover from any kind of heartbreak, any sort of grief, any sort of difficulty that they've been through in their life. And so there's this focus on a need to recharge, a need to decompress, disconnect. It's possible some of them actually may have a quartz crystal now. Not sure if they do or not, but it's possible. Lioness, thank you so very much for the super chat, dear. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So I really feel that they're not only taking, I love this deck now all of a sudden. So I don't feel that they're just recharging. There's a sense that they're working on their inner core, right? They're working on their soul, on a soul level. So they're working on raising their vibration, whether they're aware that that's what they're doing or not. May be different for each twin flame dynamic, but I do see the Divine Masculines are allowing whatever's happening in their life right now, they're allowing that to just kind of dissipate as they rest in this energy from spirit, right? As they rest in the energy from the twin flame connection. All right, let's see what else we got. Five of Cups. All right. Oh my, this is a tough one. Because Five of Cups can be, some of the Divine Masculines may be sitting in regret right now. This is a card of regret, but having trouble seeing that love is still here in their life. So for the Divine Masculines that are already surrendering to the Divine, right? Who are feeling that energetic movement, who have this inner knowing, and who have this openness, they may still be dealing with some regret, but they are aware that love exists, okay? So for whomever this card applies to, this person doesn't see that love exists here. So this is for a twin who does not recognize that their twin loves them, does not recognize that their twin still holds their heart still belongs to that person. So this is somebody kind of struggling and trying to overcome something they did in the past. That will not be for all twin flames, because many twin flames have already processed and moved past that, but there are several that are still in that energy right now. So my neighbor Marianne, she gave me my dog's thunder thing. So I don't know if she's on YouTube or if she walked by, but she just sent me a text. Said she loves the patio lights. That must have been the dog we heard. I bet she walked by. All right. Seeker of Orbs. All right, so this is very similar to the Page of Coins. The Seekers are the pages. And if we place these two cards together, we have a Divine Masculine that wants very much to apologize for something. So this is for whichever Divine Masculine is kind of sitting in regret, not able to kind of get past that, right? It looks like that potential here is this person wants to come forward and start something new. Like I said, that won't be for all of you, because I know a lot of you have heard from your twins, so there's energetic movement there for you. And then last but not least, we have the Four of Cups. um, I like this card. This card is absolutely beautiful. The Four of Cups. So we have a woman here who's looking up to the stars, right? Kind of trying to connect to her person from a distance. Maybe doing some sort of energy work, it's possible. And we have this beautiful little dolphin bringing this cup of love to this person who's kind of sitting there, you know, in deep thought, deep reflection. So we have dolphins represent the sign of Pisces. They also represent, you know, happiness and love. So here we have this dolphin is bringing this woman something to get out of this feeling of being lonely and being lost. So I love that card. It's beautiful. All right, let's see. Those are such beautiful cards. I really didn't think I'd like them, to be honest. I was kind of like, not so sure. All right. Divine Masculines. Wow, wow. Okay. Okay. So this very much goes in line with the cards that we just got, right? So, hey Fusion. So, we have this card here that says relax the hold of darkness and be at cause. So some of the divine masculines out there are stuck in kind of shadow work. So this is people still going through a dark night of the soul. Each twin flame dynamic is at a different point within their journey, right? Each twin dynamic has kind of a different pathway, you know, something different that ties them together. And so this particular card is specifically only for those of you that still have a divine masculine that's going through a dark night of the soul. This particular divine masculine is very stuck in this energy of shadow work. Like I said, it's possible to get yourself stuck in that phase if you can't find your way out, right? And so this is one that's still stuck in shadow work of some sort, and they need to release whatever kind of overwhelming feelings of inadequacy or feelings of darkness or feelings of struggle or feelings of etc., etc., etc. It's going to be different for all of them. And I really love this because this card to me really represents the twin flame dynamic at its core, right? Free from judgment, free to love. And, you know, after my VIP stream on Saturday, I heard from a handful of you, like 4 or 5 of you. I was so calm, so quiet. I hadn't quite woken up yet, and I was dealing with family emergency up in North Carolina, so I was a little distracted. But you know, pretty much the same comment came from all of you, was that they were kind of remarking on how calm I am about the twin flame connection. And so this sort of represents that to me, because the way I personally view the twin flame dynamic is that there is no judgment, there's only love, right? And so there is nothing that I personally see about my twin or saw about my twin in the past that would have prevented this love in any way, shape, or form, right? The love is there. The love is always there. And it's a love on a soul level. It's a love that's so deep you can't kill it. It's always there. And so this particular card to me expresses that there's some divine masculines out there that may feel as if their divine feminine is holding them in some sort of energy of, you know, some sort of judgment, some sort of, you know, some sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? That there's an accusatory kind of energy, right? That their divine feminine sees them in a negative light. And really what twins that are both divine feminines and divine masculines need to understand is that in a twin flame connection, there is no place for judgment. There is only place for love. And look at that emerald color, right? So there's our emerald, that emerald heart that the twins are connected at. There's only place for love. There's no place for judgment. There's no place for holding anything against your twin. All right. Now this is for those twins that we saw that have that inner knowing, that awakening, right? That we saw here. We saw that awakening here and this openness to the twin flame dynamic. And look at this. Not only are they open. Hello, Lioness again. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lioness. I appreciate it. I neglected to note that Ganesh is sitting here on the moon. And what does the moon represent? The divine feminine. And the sun represents the divine masculine. So it's like they're open to the divine feminine. Well, there are some twin flames that have recently awoken. And they're feeling a little bit in shock, right? Feeling a little in shock at the moment. Bobby, thank you for the super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What a cute little gif with that one. So it's like they're sitting in shock and awe of, maybe they're sitting in shock and awe of spirit, you know, showing them signs or symbols. Maybe they're sitting in shock and awe about, you know, something, some sort of energetic movement that we saw with regards to the connection, right? So something shocking for them. And then we have dream a beautiful dream. I love this card from the twin flame dynamic perspective because we see all this energetic connectedness around the globe. And what is our purpose? To bring healing to the world. But doesn't mean you have to be a healer. It just means you have to have gone through, you know, some sort of inner purge of anything that could interfere with living at a higher vibration. And living at a higher vibration, like I said earlier, you can manifest things much quicker, almost instantaneous. I mean, think big, think huge. When you think of twin flame magic, think huge, think big, manifest something grand, right? And here's that grander scale. Dream a beautiful dream, dream a gigantic dream, something expansive, something that could reach many others around the world. All right, let's take some more cards. I think we're going to be going a lot longer than I expected. All right. For those of you that have just logged in, just letting everybody know, I have released the new moon in Virgo astrology readings and tarot readings, as well as Mercury retrograde astrology predictions report, which is different from a reading, just so you guys know. Ooh, that card went flying. I wonder what that is. We'll get it here in a second. Hold on. Okay. Ooh, wow. Okay. So I'm not taking this card, but for some reason I felt led to kind of look at it, but it's not part of the reading. Remember I was just talking about twin flame magic, and here's this magician creating peace and creating movement. So I think that's kind of interesting because I just mentioned that. We have some divine feminines that need time, and they're wondering if their divine feminine is going to wait on them any longer. Some divine masculines that are in need of time. Time for healing, time for overcoming any difficulties in their life, time to find peace, a time to release any old wounds, any old connections, anything like that. It's kind of that energy. Here's a little Red Riding Hood. I don't feel like this is your divine masculine. I feel like this is your divine masculine. I'm being brought back to that song Wolves. I've been running through the let me get it. I've been running through the blah, blah, blah to get to you. Hold on. We'll get it. Hold on. I don't want to say the wrong lyrics. So, Selena Gomez. And this song came on in Charlotte during a time when, oh, I thought my twin would never talk to me again. And so this song was like playing everywhere I went, and every time I heard it, I was stopped dead in my tracks. And so it's one I strongly remember, because here's our wolf, right? So it starts out, in your eyes there's a heavy blue, one to love and one to lose. Sweet divine, a heavy truth, water or wine, don't make me choose. Blah, 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 blah. And then I want to feel the way we did, blah, blah, blah. And then I've been running through the jungle, I've been running with the wolves to get to you, to get to you. I've been down the darkest alleys, saw the dark side of the moon to get to you, to get to you. I've looked for love in every stranger. I mean, don't divine twins have a tendency to try to see, is this really a connection that will withstand, by, you know, seeing if they can move on, and they never can. So I've looked for love in every stranger, took too much to ease the anger, all for you, all for you. I've been running through the jungle, I've been crying with the wolves to get to you, to get to you. Your fingertips trace my skin to places I have never been. Blindly I am following, break down these walls and come on in. I want to feel the way we did, blah, blah, blah. So, wolves. Sergeant, thank you so very much for the super chat. Thank you, thank you. Stay up, love, you're great. You are the best of the best. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. Love and light. So, I feel this couple things from this card. Number one, takes me back to that song, Wolves, where your divine masculine has gone through a dark time, has gone through a difficulty, and maybe had to make a very big sacrifice to get to you, divine feminines. If you're a divine masculine, you probably resonate with this. You probably had to make some sort of sacrifice in order to get to your divine feminine. I also see this in another way, because we have this wolves kind of watching over Little Red Riding Hood here, and although it has an ominous flair to it, I feel like this is the devotion of the divine masculine to the divine feminine, and that the divine masculine may not be presenting themselves directly beside the divine feminine, but they are watching, and they don't want anyone to harm their divine feminine, nor do they want anybody to take their place. So I feel more like the wolf back here is the divine masculine, and our divine feminine is sitting here in this red color. Sorry, I have a little lizard that I wanted to make sure was on the outside of the screen. Or else we're going to have a dog-lizard chase here in a minute. I feel like, you know, this is the divine feminine sitting here in this. When we look at red, it represents the root chakra, right? That sense of stability, physical stability, that sense of, you know, safety. And I feel the divine masculine is watching over their divine feminine. So that looks pretty good too. Like it. All right, now for the Holy Grail deck. All right. Keep the lizard on the other side. Yeah, I agree. I mean, they're cute, but I don't want a doggy problem. I love the screen because it keeps out everything, including the raccoon. All right. The world. All right. So the world means a cycle is ending. I feel that the divine masculine may have just ended a very difficult cycle in their life, and they're preparing for a new phase of their life. They're preparing for a new journey. Oh wait, no, that's not the world. It's a tower. There you go. Change. Change. See, like tower. I couldn't see it in this lighting, but it's the tower. Change. They definitely have gone through some sort of big life change. And there's that sacrifice. They may have had to make a sacrifice for you. All right, so we have the Eight of Cups and the Five of Wands. So the Eight of Cups tells me that, you know, the Divine Masculines are moving out on some sort of new journey, some sort of new phase of their life, which is good. They may be dealing with some combative people in their life also, and some difficulties and some struggles here. With this Five of Wands, it can be combative, right? And it can also be competition, which is sort of what we were seeing here, right? Like they're not going to let anything get in the way. They don't want anybody to interfere with them and their divine feminine, which is good. They also don't want anybody to interfere with their new movement in life, their new direction. They're standing strong thanks to Mars trine Pluto coming up here next week. All right. Let's see what this is. Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups. All right, Nine of Cups indicates wish fulfillment, right? It also indicates happiness. It also indicates, you know, going after what it is that they desire. Mars trine Pluto is really going to give them the confidence to do that. But this could also be that they see their divine feminine as their wish fulfillment, as their wish, as their hope, as their dream, as their person, right? Like there is no other above their divine feminine. Here's the King of Cups directly on the bottom. Some of them haven't told you how they feel, but it's almost like Spirit is guarding and protecting the connection, as well as guarding and protecting the love between the two of you. It's felt more than it's expressed. Do you know what I mean? Energetically speaking. All right, hold up. I got a little flustered. Rockstar, if you're out there, this is the Ten of Cups that I recently mentioned. For everybody, Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups. This is love. This is happiness. This is emotional fulfillment. This is true love. This is, you know, this can also represent reunion. So Ten of Cups can also represent reunions. It could represent, you know, a beautiful, loving dynamic where you feel emotionally completely fulfilled, spiritually fulfilled, physically fulfilled. Your heart belongs to each other, that sort of thing. So that looks really fantastic. Then we have the Moon on the bottom, which takes me back to the openness card, right? The Moon and the Moon here. Like I feel the Divine Masculine is getting really in touch with their intuitive side, with some sort of aspect of their spirituality, some sort of aspect regarding the spiritual aspect of the connection. You know, it's kind of hard to explain. You can only really experience the twin flame dynamic. I mean, you can explain it, but for somebody to truly understand, they need to feel it. They need to be one. They need to really, really be a twin to understand that. So that's what I have is going on with the Divine Masculine. While I put these cards away, did anybody have any questions on the cards that came out before I put them back? I feel like I'm teaching at the moment. Does anybody have any questions? Yours posted the Moon. That's cool. I am obsessed with the Moon. Oh, we have 52 people. Hello, welcome everyone. 51 now. Somebody left. I look like I'm wearing no clothes. I am wearing clothes, y'all, just to be clear. Um, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Could it be afraid that afraid that you will judge him? Yes, one of those cards did indicate that some of them are dealing with that, a fear of judgment. Goodbye, Queen of Pentacles. Super awesome to see you. Hey, Queen of Pentacles, the new moon in Virgo readings, if those were of interest, are going to only be around for through tomorrow. So what's today? Monday? Through Wednesday morning. Hey, Kylie. Sarasota. Cool, cool. You're not too far. Your first live with me. Welcome, Cricket. Super happy to have you here. We're kind of a big family here. Alright, so I'm going to start putting these cards back in so that, oh, well, we're not going to talk about where in Sarasota, Lioness, because we're going to let her keep that safe. So don't answer that question. How to separate energies if someone is going through the dark night. You don't want to separate the energies if you are. I'll talk to you about that here in just a second. What if he's oh, you're talking to Lou. Okay. Well, and even when a twin flame gets mad at their twin, it's very short-lived. Like, I mean, very short-lived. It might be 10 minutes. You know, I mean, it could be very short-lived, even if there's a lot to process. So, let me get these cards out so I can put them away and we can reshuffle. See if we get any repeating cards. So, was it Elizabeth? Was it Elizabeth that asked about separating the energies? Let me go back. Yes, it was Elizabeth. So, Elizabeth, we don't want to separate the energies if your twin is going through a dark night of the soul. If you're the one going through a dark night of the soul, you don't want to separate the energies either. First of all, it's not possible to separate your energy. I feel my twin's energy almost as if he's me these days. Like, it's so strong. But the reason why I would say that you don't even want to consider disconnecting the energy is, number one, it's not possible. So you might as well give it up. It's not going to happen. Not for a twin. But the twins that are going through the difficult times, they're the ones that need your energy. So if you've already processed all your junk, you've healed, you've overcome something, your twin, who might be dealing with a struggle, might be dealing with a difficulty, needs you to send them energy. They need to feel your energy. They need the extra energy for strength. They need the extra energy to overcome whatever it is. Okay, so you felt anger and craziness for the blue moon, which wasn't you. Okay, so that actually tells me, Elizabeth, that there's some more stuff that you need to work on. Because I can honestly say I am unmoved by my twin flame. If my twin flame is going through a difficulty or something like that, I can feel it, but I'm not moved by that energy because I've worked through everything I need to work through, if that makes sense. So, Elizabeth, I would look at, okay, so you felt your twin's energy. You knew that they were going through a difficulty. You felt the energy of anger. Rather than taking it on as your own, those are those times where you need to immediately send love, right? Focus on your heart, focus on the feeling of love, focus on the feeling of, contentment and, as if you were giving your person a virtual hug, basically. So for those of you that don't work directly with energy, that would be a good way to kind of look at it. Imagine feeling the love within you to help this person overcome their anger or frustration. You can't take it on as your own. You can only acknowledge it and then move forward. But if you're moved by it, that means there's some work for you to do. So I would try to look at the emotions that you were feeling, Elizabeth, and try to see how they equate to your life, right? Like, let's say, for an example, and I'm not going to say this is your case because I don't know, but for an example, let's say you felt the sense of anger, like intense anger, but you had that anger sort of directed at, you know, like a mother or a brother or a father or something like that, right? Then go back and see, okay, well, what did I need to heal on my side that has to do with that very same thing? Because oftentimes you deal with similar situations, different times in life, but similar situations. And so you need to figure out what it is that needs to be dealt with. Does that make sense, Elizabeth? Or did I talk around in a circle? Because I could have talked around in a circle. I don't know. Let's like wave the little feather and get getting negative energy out. Hopefully that made sense. Yeah, the mirror, exactly. You got to look in the mirror and figure out, why are you feeling that person's anger or frustration. Even being an empath, when you feel that, you need to know, you need to figure out why. Why are you feeling it? Why are you feeling it as if it's your own? That means there's some sort of wound there that needs to be dealt with. So, if that makes sense. I know sometimes I feel like I say the same things over and over again, but it's really quite true. You know, we talk about, you got to be careful out there. Let me just note, please be careful about readers talking about twins. If they are not a twin, they may kind of cause a little bit of confusion for you, because only a twin really truly understands the dynamic, right? So please be careful about that. And please be careful about articles you read online, because the whole world seems to want this, you know, the twin flame has become the new soulmate, right? Everybody wants their twin, because when it's beautiful, there's nothing that can match it, right? So be careful of articles, things of that nature, because you may actually run across people who are not twins that are writing about, you know, abusive relationships or soulmate relationships or something that has absolutely nothing to do with the twin flame dynamic. And beware of Reddit. Stay off of Reddit. It's a bunch of people complaining and whining about stuff that may not be twins. So be careful of that, all right, y'all? Make sure you're very careful about that sort of thing. The last thing you need is for confusion to set in, because it'll create doubt. Let's see, let me go back. Aries, hello Aries, Fairy Warrior, my music girl. Thank you so very much for all the music you always post. You are always very encouraging. Let's see, how's the weather in Florida? It's beautiful right now. Utterly beautiful. But that's because Ida was further out. Emotional turbulence happens when you're going through the healing phase, but it goes, yes. Let's see, did I miss anything? You wonder sometimes, why are you so angry today? You don't get angry. It could be astrological too. So you guys, sometimes we get moved by astrology, and it's a temporary transit. So it could have something to do with something that's going on in your chart. You know, like last weekend and all the, you know, in the past weekend, there was like, people had moments of doubt on Friday and Thursday. Things like that were all astrological. So, Shorty, that's that astrological energy I was talking about last week that you've been dealing with. Just try to roll through it, honey, and it'll pass quickly. How do you know they are your twin flame? Me and my ex had a beautiful beginning, and then after a few months, he pulled away. We were both water signs. Eggs world. So when it comes to twin flames and knowing you're a twin, there's some characteristics of twin flames that don't exist in other dynamics. And oftentimes relationships that are kind of in and out get confused as a twin flame connection, or on again, that on again, off again quality. That's the digital world, the age that we're in right now. So a lot of people have these on again, off again relationships because it's so easy to think the grass is greener everywhere else with all these dating apps and everything. So, and people have a very short attention span these days thanks to social media. So it's kind of hard to develop really strong relationships in the present moment, right? Especially with text messaging and people's expectations on text and expectations on people's actions and things like that. You have a tendency to kind of get caught up in those energies. Does that make sense? And so that's Eggs world. That's where a lot of people are mistakenly thinking that they're twins, because that on again, off again quality is a quality of twins in the beginning, but it holds a different sort of quality to it. Usually when you see that on again, off again sort of thing, everybody kind of like enjoys the newness of coming back towards another person and whatnot. But twins have an energetic component to them that you will not find in a soulmate connection, and you will not find in a connection with somebody that you've just met in this lifetime, that you don't have either any kind of past life connections with. It doesn't have that energetic component to it. And that energetic component is sort of, when the two of you are together, the energy is so immensely strong that it can be very frightening for both parties. So we often see that off quality is because both parties are they've come together and it's absolutely beautiful, and then they pull away. And if you have a romantic connection, twin flame sex is like, it's amazing because it contains the energetic aspect as well, but then it's so overwhelming because you've just taken on the energy of yourself like times 1,000, and so people tend to pull away until they've worked through some stuff. But we also see, a lot of people kind of have that on again, off again quality because of, like I said, life, the way things are now. But they don't contain that energetic component to it. A lot of people will mistake deep emotions, especially since you're both water signs, right? Since you're both water signs, you can mistake kind of like that deep emotions for it as well. Does that make sense? Well, it's more than waiting and seeing what happens. I think that a lot of people already know that they're twins, and when they come back around, there's something immediately different about it. Something immediately different about the connection. And I know that, like, for me and my twin, there was a distinct difference. A distinct difference that, was trying to determine, we were both kind of trying to determine what was it, right? There was an awareness that there was something different, something that kind of pulled us together and pulled us apart at the same time. And so you tend to already know you're a twin. And so that's one aspect. Some people will say, oh, you feel their feelings. We could feel their feelings with a soulmate too, but when it comes to a twin, it's almost like you feel them all the time. It doesn't matter what they're doing. You'll know, especially as you raise your vibration and you go through healing. The more you heal, the stronger you're going to feel that connection to your person, the stronger you're going to be able to, you know, connect to them in an instant. Like, there are times when I feel my twin and it feels like he's literally a part of me, right? Like, we're one person. And it's like, I don't know, it's almost like I'm experiencing whatever he's experiencing at that moment in time, right? Because I can feel it, I can sense it, I can smell it, sometimes I can see it, sometimes I can hear his voice, and it's like, it's very overwhelming. But in all of my connections with soulmates of the past, I've never had anything like that before. But I've always had telepathy with all of them. So if you're a natural telepath, that will be something you'll have with everybody. But telepathy with the twin is kind of like outside of this world, outside of this realm of understanding, that you just know. You just know you're a twin. So, well, good luck with that, Sergeant, because if if you were a twin, you'll be brought back around to them. It always happens. So good luck with that. And hopefully enjoy the connection that you're in now. But if they're a twin, you're going to be brought right back to them. So Spirit doesn't let you move on. Spirit didn't let me move on. I know that for sure. Sometimes being a lone tutor is a great way of getting unstuck. Just being alone for a little while, you know? Let's see, let me go back. Yeah, something about the relationship in a twin flame is definitely unexplainable. You've been focusing on your goals, health, and healing. See, you could be a natural empath, Eggs World, so you have to kind of be careful of that. Are you a natural empath and you're picking up on his energy? Because if you've had sex with this person, so let's talk adult here for a minute. Anybody 18, you shouldn't be here, you should be sleeping. So if you've had sex with a former partner, right, then there is an exchange of energy. So an empath will feel that person's feelings. They will be able to know what that person is feeling, know what that person is going through. So if you're a natural empath and you've had sexual relationship, you know, with your person, then you also will have that sort of quality of something a little bit different, you know what I mean? And that quality of, okay, I can feel their feelings, I can feel their emotions. That happens often with soulmates as well. You can feel their feelings and emotions, but on a lesser degree. Like I said, there's just something different about the twin dynamic. All right. We had to get a little bit adult. It's nighttime anyway, right? Let's see. Let me go back, see if I missed anything. Hold on. Okay. It's too far for me to go back. Did I miss anything? So there's been you guys have been chatty and I love it. I'm gonna enjoy reading all of y'all's stuff later. All right. So any more questions before we pick cards on the Divine Feminine for any silent Divine Masculines that might be here? You guys really need to work on healing. I know it sounds so cliche, right? Heal your energy. Just heal your energy. You'll feel better. We get tired of hearing that, right? Like you get so tired of hearing that. And, but it's true. When you're actually putting the effort and energy into working through all that junk, then you're working yourself to a point where you and your twin can reconnect on a different level, if that makes sense. You've been questioning if your soulmate is actually your twin flame. Yeah, that's come up for you a few times, Connie. I remember asking you that question a year ago. Do you remember that? Like a year ago, I think it was. Thank you very much about my smile. I appreciate it. Working on yourself and you feel your twin being drawn back to you. Well, that's awesome. It's awesome. What if you have vivid dreams of an older ex out of nowhere? He is with someone new, but for some reason you have dreams about him here and there, and you have not been together for years. Oh, they're probably thinking about you. Sometimes, you know, we'll get dreams about people we haven't seen in a long time, and sometimes it could be because they're thinking about you. You know, they might be thinking about you, or they may be considering reaching out, seeing how you're doing, that sort of thing. And you know, it's an interesting dynamic, but it sounds like you might be clairvoyant. Constant dreams, yeah. Hello, Michael. Michael, thank you so very much for the super chat. Michael, I need to send you an email. An email update. Thank you for the super chat. Michael, you may want to go back to the Divine Masculine one, because I believe a card came out related to your Divine Masculine. So I'm not sure when that was, but when the card came out, I immediately thought of you and your Divine Masculine. You'll know which card it is. Now, just so everybody's clear, a man can be a Divine Feminine or a Divine Masculine, and a woman can be a Divine Feminine or a Divine Masculine. And you can sometimes swap back and forth. Let me see, hold on. Thank you for the super chat, I appreciate it. You stopped focusing on him and started focusing on yourself and self-healing. That's important, super important. You dreamed about the Pisces this morning. It was so real, so you texted him and told him. That's cute. If you ask Spirit to connect you and your twin via dreams, is that something that can be asked? Yeah, you can. What I would do is I would strongly focus on your twin before you go to sleep. Like, so I'm weird. I talk to my twin's picture. I talk to my twin's picture. So, you know, like, talk to your twin before you go to sleep and kind of connect to your twin before you go to sleep, you know, in the mind space, and that'll help. Sending blessings, love. Sergeant Fighter, thank you so very much. Love and light. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so if you focus on the twin before you go to sleep. Now, it's great if you have like an object. Like, this is the only object I have that he's ever touched, really. So like, you know, if you have an object of theirs, you know, hold on to it while you think about them too. That'll help you connect to them if you're not, for those of you that are not don't really know how to telepathically connect, if that makes any sense. So, so you'll need to kind of like have like that anchor item that allows you to connect to their energy if you don't feel energy. Not everybody can feel energy. So, yeah, I will, definitely. And I think that, I'm not sure where we started. We were talking a while before we got started on the cards. One of the first cards out, though, was card number 17 from this Lord Ganesh deck. So when you're kind of zooming back, you might be able to find it that way. All right, so we're going to take some cards on the Divine Feminine. So Divine Feminines, you might get something out of this as well. So for the Divine Feminines, that's hilarious, Lisa. I love it, though. That's awesome. Definitely. So you may get something out of your own cards as well, maybe something that, you know, you're going through or you're working through or whatever the case may be. So we'll see what comes up. Sometimes I can see other people's conversations in your dream that really take place in reality all the time. That's some clairvoyance, sweetie. Clairvoyance, that's awesome. That's awesome. So you guys all know that you're psychic, right? You just have to activate it, awaken it. If you have a psychic twin, that's even better. You can activate it and open it more quickly, but all right, let's see what the divine feminines have for any divine masculines out there. Oh, seriously, what did we just talk about? Clear your energy. Okay, so we were talking about healing, letting go of stuff, right? Healing and letting, you're a Cancer? Oh, how cool. Cool. So clear your energy, my dears. Card number 16, clear your energy. So divine feminines, so divine masculines, your divine feminine may be holding on to something that's not good. They may need to declutter their homes. They may need to release some things. They may need to release people. Divine feminines, are you hanging on to people? Are you hanging on to people, or did you clear them out like I did? So it's a big question. Have you told the universe that you want your divine masculine, or have you told the universe that you want whatever's right in the moment? Do you need to clear out people? What is it that some of you need to clear out? Divine masculines, the divine feminines may need to clear something out. Insight. I love this. Love this. Oh my God, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. Okay, now first of all, I know that it's kind of like pointing to the third eye, but the coloring, it kind of morphs to a little bit of the throat chakra and the third eye, because, you know, we have dark blue on the third eye as well as violet, but we have like lighter blue on the throat chakra. And so I do feel that the divine feminines are really connected to source, really connected to some sort of spiritual belief system of some sort. The divine feminines may be connecting to you in the 5D divine masculines. Connecting to you in meditation, perhaps. All right, let's see what else we got. What's going on with the divine feminines? Concentration. Okay, so let me talk to the divine feminines, then I'll talk to the divine masculines. Divine feminines. Are you holding on to expectations? Maybe that's what needs to be cleared, right? Maybe that's what needs to be cleared. Concentrating too much on the outcome. Concentrating too much on what you expect from your twin, rather than just releasing and letting what will be, right? Concentration. So divine masculines, some of the divine feminines are very laser focused on some aspect of their life. This could be, you know, divine feminines like myself that are like hyper focused on work or something of that nature. There's something that has got their attention. So divine masculines, if you feel that your divine feminine has disconnected from you, they have not. They are still there. They know that you are there. See, here's just little tiny, it's a rat. Don't take that the wrong way, divine masculines. I mean, rats are utterly freaking adorable too, you know. So, you know, we have this sense that somebody's trying to get the divine feminine's attention, and maybe this is somebody that you perceive to be a threat or that you perceive to be competition. Somebody's trying to get the divine feminine's attention, but they're not paying any attention to them whatsoever. All right, one more from this deck. I really love this deck. It's utterly adorbs, I swear. All right. Bailey keeps looking for her taco. She's like staring. Generosity. Okay. I don't know why, but all these cards that are coming up for the Divine Feminines, I feel like I have to mention this, right? So for the Divine Feminines that are present, generosity. In order for you to manifest twin flame movement, you have to learn how to receive as well as give. Divine Feminines have a tendency to give too much to their Divine Masculines, and they have to be willing and open to receiving as well. If you're constantly giving out energy, you can't receive back energy. So you need to have that yin-yang balance. You need to be able to understand when is the right time to give, when is the right time to receive. It's always a right time to give energy to your twin, because you never know when they may need it. You never know what they may be going through. So definitely Divine Feminines continue to give energy or send energy to your twin. But when it comes to like gift giving or, you know, love bombing or, you know, things of that nature, just use caution. All right, let's see. You have to know how to receive. Open up your heart to receive as well as give. All right. The 10 of Orbs. 10 of Swords. All right, so we've got some Divine Feminines that need to work through this energy. Divine Masculine, your Divine Feminine feels like they have no support around them. They could be dealing with family problems, work crises, friend crises. A lot of people may have been, you know, a catalyst for change in your Divine Feminine's life. And there's this overwhelming feeling that they're struggling to be alone. A lot of twins go through this, a lot of Divine Feminines, so Divine Masculines, a lot of the Feminines go through this feeling that, you know, they don't know how to be alone. It's the biggest lesson for a Divine Feminine is to face a fear of abandonment. Now, I don't know if Divine Masculines go through that as well. You know, maybe my twin can highlight that for me and let me know at some point, but I know the Divine Feminines definitely go through this fear of abandonment, fear of being alone. You have to learn how to be alone. See, Gina, are you still logged in? That's what you were saying, like maybe you should be alone. See, it's like it's a lesson to prevent any codependency in the twin flame connection. All right, Divine Masculines, your feminine totally feels like this is destiny. It's fate, it's destiny, you're meant to be together. And look, it's energy in this particular card. How beautiful is that? It's all about the energy between the two of you. That's something that you will really notice. The energy between the two of you, when the two of you are together, is like unstoppable force. Like you could take on the world. When the two of you are apart, you can have that energy as well if you choose to energetically connect to each other. So the Divine Feminine is feeling like it's fate, it's destiny. You're meant to be. Oh, yeah. The Four of Wands. Hello. Twin flame. All right, so many Divine Feminines may be looking at the long term, right? Four of Wands can be that, you know, long-term relationship. It can be marriage for those of you that desire that. It could also be, you know, long-term commitment for those of you that desire that. I'm aware that not everybody holds that same viewpoint, so we're not going to continually harp on that. But This Four of Wands is an energy of togetherness. It's an energy of twin flames. It is the twin flame card. Is it 11:11 right now? Or is it past 11:11? Or are you just talking about this being 11:11? Did I miss 11:11? Were y'all talking about it and I missed it like 8 minutes ago? Or were we just focused? So here's our 11:11 card, right? Our twin flame card. Twin flames often see 11:11, so it's like the divine feminines know that they're twins. They know it, they know it, they know it. Every ounce of your being, you know you're a twin flame. Ooh, reflection. This is our hermit. This is our you know, mornings are for coffee and contemplation. Reflection. When we see the hermit is about finding your way forward through the darkness, right? Finding your way forward towards your star, towards something that's your wish, your dream, your hope, towards healing as well. So I feel like there's some divine feminines that are kind of going through a dark time but trying to find their way out. So for those of you that are in need of healing, that very likely is your energy of reflection. And I feel like one more card from this deck. Let's see. The Eight of Orbs, Eight of Swords. Fear, 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 fear. I'm going to tie it into this card right here because I feel like this is important. Ascension and fear. I see divine feminines trying to find their way out of fear, trying to leave fears and doubts aside and trying to believe in the connection. Some of you may be experiencing ascension symptoms. Now, what do those entail? So they can be headaches, right? They can be headaches that originate at the third eye or in the temples. Sometimes ascension symptoms can manifest in the stomach, just so like irritable bowel type problems, or if your stomach expands and it grows bigger, right? Like if you're suddenly wondering, why do I have a big belly or whatever? Sometimes that can be an ascension symptom as well. General joint pains and aches, body aches, that sort of thing can also be a part of that. I do believe that we probably have both divine feminines and divine masculines that are experiencing ascension symptoms, especially the closer that you get to union, the more you may start to feel these aches and pains, and because you're making room in your energetic body for your twin, right? For when you come into union, your body is changing in order to make room for that energy of your twin. So don't be alarmed if you start feeling kind of achy, kind of feeling like, oh, I must be getting old. It's actually part of that energy. Definitely something that twins deal with. They call it ascension sickness, actually. All right. But yeah, you're making room for your twin. So since you're making room for your twin, expect body changes, aches and pains and stuff. Also, sometimes both ears can ring. It's sort of like tinnitus, but it's not tinnitus. So sometimes you'll get that as well. Or sharp ear pain in one ear. Oh my. Okay, let's see what we got. Divining for light. So I like this because it tells us that divine masculines, your divine feminine, is focused on following spirit. They are focused on gaining spiritual enlightenment, spiritual direction. They're focused on raising their vibration, coming out of an energy of lack, coming out of an energy of struggle. For my Pisces, they're logged in. Not only is our dolphins a sign of Pisces, but so are starfish. So just so you guys know. Ooh, look at that. Shock of the new, just like the divine masculines. So some of you may have reconnected with your twin. And for those of you that have reconnected with your twin, the two of you may kind of both, because this card showed up for the divine masculines also. So the two of you may both kind of be sitting in this energy of shock and awe and, okay, well, what do we do now? Right? Like, oh, this is great. You know, you're back into this connection, but what do we do now? Kind of thing. Shock of the new. Shock of the new. But that goes away when you're in each other's presence, so just so you know. All right, let's see. What else can you tell the divine masculines about the feminines? What is already with you? Okay, so this is good. So the divine feminines, there's a lot of them that are starting to learn that they have no need of any kind of outside validation. They have no need of any outside influence. They have no need of somebody kind of bringing them. It's that codependency. They don't have a need for it. They recognize the happiness lies within. They recognize that strength comes within. Yes, they want their divine masculine, absolutely. More than anything in the world do they want to be with their divine masculine, but they also have broken the chains that bind when it comes to attachment. And those that have not yet broken that need for attachment are in the process of discovering that. So that's good. That is beautiful. Okay. Okay, Gina. Gina, we have some astrological energies that are a little bit overwhelming right now. And so some of you are kind of dealing with that overwhelming energy. And, but those of you that are twin flames, you should not be feeling that. If you're feeling what Gina's feeling, there's some healing that needs to be done, okay? Oh, oh. Yikes. All right. There we got some divine feminines going through some yucky stuff. Okay, so divine masculines, you'll know if your divine feminine falls into any of these three categories. Not all divine feminines will be dealing with this, but I do believe that we have some that are. So let's start with this particular card here, because this is an easy one. This particular card indicates that there's some divine feminines that are, they're basically being manipulated by some people in their life. That could be family, that could be friends, that could be, the articles that they're reading online, being moved by other people in the twin flame connection. So if you have a divine masculines, if you have a divine feminine that is pulling any kind of games or, is acting out towards you or something of that nature, then they may be manipulated. They may be dealing with some sort of energy like that. So they may need to break free from that. And then that leads us to this energy of needing to break free. This is a very strong energy of being trapped by your own fears and worries. So we've got some divine feminines that are running on fear. They're making decisions based on fear. They're making, moves in their life based on fear. Like I said, this is not all divine feminines, but there are some out there that are dealing with this. And there's a sword right here to cut themselves free from those fears and worries. but this person is so focused on the fears that they cannot see clearly what's in front of them. So there's some divine feminines that are dealing too strongly with fear. And what I'm getting off of this card, I feel to be a warning. This kind of looks like a sorcerer. He sort of reminds me of Aleister Crowley. Does anybody know who Aleister Crowley is? You guys know that Aleister Crowley deck was one of the ones that I learned off of, right? And so this kind of has a little bit of a black magic flair to it. If there are any divine feminines or divine masculines that hold a sense of extreme animosity towards their person, you are not in a true twin flame connection. If you hold this sort of get even kind of energy towards your twin, you are not in a twin flame connection. Let me repeat. If you hold a desire to get even with your twin, you are not in a twin flame connection. If you are engaging in any kind of black magic type activity, stop, cease and desist now. Like, enough is enough. Let it go, drop it. Allow the universe to work as they may. All right. So for whomever that was for, that one was a yucky one. All right, let's get some Holy Grail cards for the Divine Feminine. All right. You can't stay mad at him for more than 5 minutes. There's been like a few times with my twin, I've gotten angry for like just a few minutes and then boom, it's gone. And it's over stupid stuff. But I don't do that anymore. I just love them to pieces. There's no point in getting angry about anything. All right. So, Divine Feminines, we have the Page of Wands. Okay. Hold on. Clarify the Page of Wands for me, please. All right. So we have the Page of Wands, the Chariot, and the King of Swords. The Page of Wands, it can be an energy of holding on tight, not letting go, right? Holding on tight to something, not letting go. Holding on tight to their divine masculines and not letting go. With the Chariot, there's a desire for victory, a desire for movement forward towards communication. With the King of Swords, communications. There's a divine feminine out there that's holding on to the hope of communication. Holding on to the hope that one day you'll get to talk to your twin again. You know, sometimes I will say, I was just thinking it would be really great to hear my twin's voice, right? And it's so unfair. My twin, all he has to do is go up to YouTube and he can hear my voice, he can see my face, you know. It's so unfair. I don't have that luxury. All right. 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands, 3 of Wands. Once again, it's a waiting energy, right? Waiting because you know something is up ahead. Holding on to hope because you know something's up ahead. So I definitely am reading for somebody single because we have the 9 of Coins here. With the Judgment card, it could be that somebody has chosen to remain single, right? Made a decision to remain single, like myself, right? I haven't really dated anyone since my twin said he missed me February last year. So I made a conscious choice to remain single. Some of you I know have done the same thing. So this could be the choice to remain single. the choice to work on your finances, work on your business, work on your job, the choice to work on your stability, work on your independence, work on the choice to work on overcoming any sort of codependency, right? Any sort of feeling that you can't be alone. Okay. Now, I do want to clarify. I have gone on dating apps, but I have not dated. So let me clarify that, because I know some of you probably are wondering, well, you know, did you go on dating apps? I did. I've removed the accounts, but yeah, I did. So those of you that have done that, like, I'm not judging you. All right. Divine Feminines, please. What's going on with the Divine Feminines? Ooh. That energy that we had with that Ten of Orbs. This is the Three of Swords, but it's very similar to the energy of the Ten of Orbs, right? Where it's like sort of like everybody's against you. So this is a Divine Feminine that really feels like they have no support from family, no support from friends, no support in general. This person's feeling pretty wounded, pretty alone. This could be Maria and Gina. This very much goes along with your energy that you two are experiencing right now. I feel led to take more cards, y'all. Let's see what else we got going on. Okay. Some of you fear communicating with your twin. Eight of Swords, Eight of Wands. You fear communication. You fear movement. You fear reaching out. You fear receiving a message back from them. It's fears and worries of our own making, but fears and worries that kind of like get in the way, right? Bailey decided she wanted to go inside. She's done out here. She didn't see her little taco, so she's inside. I'll show you a picture of my dog and her boyfriend in a minute. They're so cute. Oh, here we go. We're back to the King of Cups, but for some reason to me in this deck it sort of feels like spirit, right? Like spirit watching over the connection, protecting the connection, and guiding and directing the Divine Feminines. All right, the Fool. Yeah. All right. So, so I decided when this card came out that we were done taking cards on the Divine Feminine. And what do we end on? The Moon, just like we did for the Divine Masculine, right? And what is the Moon about? The Moon is about illusion. You know, illusions, like that what you see isn't always what's really going on, which is a strong energy of the twin flame dynamic, right? That you really have to trust your heart and your inner knowing when it comes to twin flames, because that which you see in separation is not always what's happening, right? And so it's important to kind of go with the flow, not to get caught up in illusion. The Moon is also about taking a step out in faith into the unknown, which is exactly what a twin flame connection is, right? Taking that step out into something otherworldly, difficult to explain, right? So, a strong energy of taking that step forward. But we have a Divine Feminine. Oh my goodness. Seriously. All right. We have a Divine Feminine here that very much knows what they want. That Nine of Cups. And they're willing to take a leap of faith and ready to take a leap of faith with their Divine Masculine if their Divine Masculine wanted to do so. So that's a good energy. that's what I have for what's going on with the Divine Feminines. How many of you Divine Feminines are experiencing some of those? Hopefully those of you that were experiencing the difficult energies, our brief talk on them hopefully will help you. Because you don't want to stay in that energy. You need to be unmoved and healed. And let me pick up these cards and then we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. All right. What do you guys think of these cards? The Ganesh cards and the Starseed Tarot. Do you like them? Now I'll show you a picture of Bailey and Taco. They are so cute. Oh my gosh, they're adorable. There's Bailey the love bug and Taco. So there's Bailey and that's Taco. Taco lives in the neighborhood, so if she sees him, like when he's coming and going, she'll watch him on the patio. It's so cute. So cute. You were dreaming of a taco. I'm sorry. Talking about tacos makes you hungry. I still have to finish meal prepping. I've been meal prepping all night, so I can't stay for too much longer because I have to go finish meal prepping. I'll probably be up till 2, more than likely. Did you guys want to talk about anything else related to twin flames before we cut out for the night? For those of you that were not here at the very beginning, I have released the new moon and Virgo astrology readings and tarot readings, as well as Mercury retrograde astrological prediction reports. So if that's of interest to anybody, they're up on the events tab. The new moon and Virgo stuff will only be there until Wednesday morning. So all day tomorrow and early Wednesday morning. You're not sure how DM and DF are defined. The first 4 years you would say you were the DF, but now you feel like you're the DM. That happens sometimes. Especially if you have not, yeah, that happens. You tend to kind of bounce back and forth. Until you've balanced out your energies to where you have a nice healthy balance of both, you may kind of waver back and forth between divine masculine and divine feminine. Divine masculine energy is, that's sort of more, it's an energy of focusing more on, you know, taking action in your life and doing things for you. Kind of like that internal anger, internal frustration might kind of creep up a little bit when you have an unhealthy balance of divine masculine energy. Divine feminine is very passive in nature. I'm a woman who has a tendency to be more alpha, and so here in Florida I've got a nice healthy balance, which is wonderful. Thank you. So you know, you have to try to find a way to kind of make those energies level out, and then you really won't define yourself as either or. You just kind of exist in the twin flame connection. Yours has an English accent. Ooh, how lovely. How lovely. Maria, you're still single. Me too, girl. I'm okay with that. The most important thing, Lisa, is just to try to find a balance, because you shouldn't be heavy on either side, to be honest. You know, you need to have that balance. So those of you that are divine feminine, you need to find the nice healthy balance. You have never married and you're old. What do you define as old? Because I guess we could say I'm old. I can't laugh as loud out here on the patio right now because I don't want to wake up my neighbors. Exactly. You're only as old as you feel. 57. That's not old, Lisa. That's not old. No. I thought you were going to say like 80, you know? Because when I think old, I'm thinking like 80, 90, 100. That's not even old-ish, darling. Everyone, thank you for joining me on my patio tonight. I'm dealing with their funky lighting. And I guess we're gonna close out. My lights are like dying on me. You're very welcome. You're very welcome, Giselle. I love my patio. You can see my, right at the very corner, you see my weight equipment, so we're gonna turn it like slightly this way. But, yeah, I just love this outdoor space. My twin actually was the inspiration for it, so it's kind of very calming and peaceful. I call it my hookah lounge, but I have yet to buy my hookah. So I need to buy a hookah. I have a travel one, but I don't have a big one, so. I felt very led to do this tonight for the new moon in Virgo. Tomorrow I'll do a regular new moon in Virgo reading for the channel, you know, but I felt led tonight to do this for the twin flames. I know we haven't done one like this where we kind of like look really in-depth at each side in a while. I think the last one might have been last fall, actually. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Welcome to VIP. Woohoo! All right, Kim, yay, you're in VIP. VIP readings, there'll be some up tomorrow. Any dates yet? Yeah, yes, we do have a date for Reiki. It's over on the site in the events. It's September 22nd, I think. I think that could change depending. If for some reason the date needs to change, I will let you know. But as of right now, that date is the current date. Let's see, I'm pretty sure it's the 22nd. I'm checking. Alright, so events. We have the Mercury retrograde one, the new moon, which I need a new image for that one. And then the 22nd of September, 7 p.m. Eastern time. So it's 4 p.m. your time, Giselle. Is that, are you gonna be alright with that? Lou, Giselle, and Lou, you can let Tuss know too. My Reiki here lately has been very supercharged, I guess we could say. Yeah, I sent some Reiki energy to my twin this weekend, and it was like I was in a really deep trance while I was doing Reiki. I was fully aware of like the symbols and everything, but it was almost in a trance state doing Reiki. So I'd be very interested to, because I'm vibrating at a much higher vibration now, and so I'd be very interested to see, you know, what's going to happen with our Reiki session on the 22nd. Because, you know, I think that the Reiki session on the 22nd is probably going to be very powerful too. Remember how powerful the last one was? I'm feeling like it might be that powerful then too. You work at 4. Oh no! Oh no! Giselle, hopefully I'll do one during the day soon. I'm sorry, my dear. So I think we have a maximum of 12 people that I'm allowing into this Reiki session. So I allowed 2 more than usual. So 12 max in the Reiki, and we've already got 4 people signed up, and I haven't really announced it until now. So some of you discovered it, and so it normally fills up. So you work until 4, Giselle? Is that what you're saying? Okay, gotcha. I'll try to remember that for the future ones. Gotcha. All right, my lovelies, I have to go finish doing the meal prep I was doing earlier tonight before I got directed by Spirit to go live tonight. So I'm gonna need to get back to that so that I can actually get some sleep. But I will see you guys again later. Thank you to everybody that joined me tonight. I truly appreciate that. Those of you that sent me super chats, oh my goodness, thank you so very much for the blessing. That was unexpected. Thank you so very much. Truly appreciate that. Kim, welcome to VIP, my love. Very happy to have you joining us over there. And I think that's it. Everybody have a beautiful night. And I'll see you guys again soon. Big hug from Kimmy. Kiss, kiss. Love and light. I did it backwards.